along the lines of lenses or focused light as the spark of consciousness, well, think about this. Water is super, oh my gosh, water is super crucial to life, right? Well, Tom Robbins said that the mascot of his book, Even Cowgirls Get the Blues, is an amoeba, because an amoeba is mostly water, blah, 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 blah. And he also makes the bold claim that perhaps water created us to move itself around. You know, that's cool. But think about this as water as a focuser of light, because as things go through, the light bends, and maybe there was a water droplet somewhere and it focused the light in just the right way. I mean, in the vastness of infinity, the odds are likely that light would be focused somehow by a droplet of water. That seems easy to do. That doesn't seem like it would need that much chance, right? Not like a DNA freaking amino acid chain. That thing's like massive. That seems to me like beyond the possibility of likelihood, unless there's some kind of consciousness that could like hold it together in some way, just kind of like direct it ever so slightly, just slight arrangement, right? I don't know, maybe that's focused light though, who knows. That's so when I said before, like pseudoscience might abound if we were to collapse our society, right? Pseudoscience might become extremely prolific because of stuff like that. Because like my lens theory is like a wacky theory. It's my own theory based on like one time when I'd been up for a few days looking through this crazy like thick lens, and like that it sounds scientific though. It could sound scientific because I have like the bare minimum of scientific backing in my knowledge base, and so it seems like it could be something, and it could be culty even, and like I think we need to watch out for that. I think we need to be very careful not to delve too much into pseudoscience. And if we're doing pseudoscience, like my lens thing, like I'm very fully aware it's pseudoscience, fully aware it's in the realm of thinking and like thought experiments and stuff. It's good, I think, worth thinking about and good to think about. I think it's somewhat likely, I think, based on my actually very limited scientific backing, but some scientific backing, I think has some likelihood. I mean, consciousness is strange. Consciousness is weird. We don't really know what light is. We don't know what all this stuff actually is, do we? We just kind of have some ideas. We have a lot of theories. We have a lot of like evidence, right? Which is good. But I'm just saying, this is pseudoscience-y, and I said before, I do say some pseudoscience. I'm going to start to disclaim that as pseudoscience, because I think it's important that we don't go crazy with the pseudoscience. If we were to break up into tribes or something, like some tribes are going to be real pseudoscience-y, and that's, I mean, it's okay to do, but that's where superstitions come in, I think. And that's where like, which may be truth though. I mean, if you think about it, the placebo effect, right? Like superstitions do work like logically because of the placebo effect. Like it makes logical sense. I mean, consciousness is doing something, but like, so it doesn't really matter that much if people break off into pseudoscience, because like say they're getting cured anyway of their disease or ailment or whatever. But at the same time, we do want to know the truth. Like the actual truth is important sometimes, especially with like curing disease and stuff, or just knowing how dish soap works, or even how to make soap. Like knowing the actual truth makes sense sometimes. Like sometimes it really makes a lot of sense to actually know real stuff like science. So maybe we should soak in as much science as we can right now while society's really good. Maybe we should start soaking in like some books into our own personal library collection. So maybe it won't be like the library the library in Alexandria that got burned down. Like the internet is our library of Alexandria. Okay. So like the internet gets burned down, which would be somewhat easy, I've been told. All of our knowledge is gone. Like we have isolated most of our knowledge and communications into this giant library of Alexandria, and like who's to say like people won't just come with torches, you know what I mean? Like that was kind of a thing that they did back then. They consolidated all the knowledge, and maybe they had books here and there, but it was so expensive, I don't know. So anyway, what I'm saying is, like, thrift stores are full of books. Maybe we should, and libraries, maybe we should stock libraries, make sure everything's really good so we can get our knowledge base back, so we can learn how to do it again. Because actual science is important. Actual science is important for having things like, I don't know, like light bulb or a wood burning hot water heater. Having actual knowledge of actual science, or at least a basic knowledge of plumbing, so you don't blow yourself up, you know. These things are important.